Hey, True Seekers, welcome back. It is still April 14, 2015, date with 33 numerology, and more headlines keep rolling out that just make me want to keep doing more and more video posts. So we're getting a space story. Our space program is very much centered around the number 33 because the space program, since the beginning, has been ran by Freemasons. If you go on YouTube, you can watch this tour of the Freemason Lodge in Washington, D.C. And here in this part of the tour, they're going over pictures on the wall of famous Freemasons. And they're about to talk about astronauts and members of the space program. But real quick, I just want to show you this man on the screen, Robert R. Dillard. Let's just do some gematria practice. R is the 18th letter, 1 plus 8 becomes 9, O is the 15th, 1 plus 6 becomes 5, B is 2, E is 5, R is 18, 1 plus 8 becomes 9, T is 20, 2 plus 0 becomes 2. I have an introductory video if you've never done this before, but the name Robert sums to 33. L is the 12th letter, 1 plus 2 becomes 3, and then Dillard we have to do. D, whoops, it's important to spell it right. D is 4, I is 9, L is 12, so 1 plus 2 is 3, another 3 for another L, A is 1, R, we know R is 9, it's the third time we've done it now, and D is the 4th letter. You see what we're doing? We're compressing everything to a single digit. The only letters that have exceptions are S, K, and V, and it's optional. But if you sum Dillard, it sums to 33 as well. So his name becomes 33, 3, 33. He was a 33rd degree Mason. Again, they're into gematria, this coding of the names. And in terms of the space program, it's all coded with numerology and gematria as well, as I've exposed several times on this blog. Earlier this year, we heard about the Philae comet landing. P is 16, 1 plus 7 becomes, or excuse me, 1 plus 6 becomes 7. H is 8, I is 9, L is 12, becomes 3, A is 1, E is 5, 33 again. They're obsessed with 33. Today's date numerology is 33. We're getting more space program stories. But let's just check this out, this video for just a little bit here. Notice how astronauts wear orange, the only color with a gematria of 33. Orange.
I learned that almost all of our astronauts have been Freemasons. Most of our founding fathers.
Isn't that a nice little touch from the tour of the Freemason Lodge in D.C.? Almost all of our astronauts have been Freemasons. And it's no surprise. Just from the gematria alone, it's a giveaway. The numerology. So let's look at today's story. Of course, the date numerology, April 14th. This is the date the Titanic began to sink. Lincoln was shot, April 14th, 2015. Is a date with 33 numerology. What failed is this Falcon 9. Falcon is a 24 word plus 9, 33. They've coded 33 right before our eyes. Yesterday it launched. It was delivering what they're calling the Dragon. Yesterday's date numerology was 32. The word Dragon has a numerology at 32. I call that the America number. So much having to do with America is 32. This plane, or this rocket departed from Cape Canaveral. Cape Canaveral with the V exception is 66. If you write out the word 33, it sums to 66. At the Kennedy Space Center, also in Florida, Kennedy is a word with 33 gematria. There's this infamous runway 33. That's what it's named. The single runway at Kennedy Space Center in Florida is called Runway 33. It has a heading of 330 degrees that matches the angle of the coastline at Cape Canaveral. Perhaps they chose this spot because of the 333 degree bearing of the coast. This number is more than an obsession. It's a religion. They can't get away from it. They code it into almost all of their doings. Even for ourselves, we use the abbreviation TM. T is the 20th letter, M is the 13th, 33. In their doings, it seems much like a trademark. This is the launch from yesterday. You can watch it on YouTube.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. We have liftoff of the Falcon 9. Falcon 9 has cleared the tower.
Stage 1 vehicles pitching downrange.
So there's the launch truth seeker. Would you believe what time the launch was scheduled for yesterday? Yesterday the launch was at 4:33 p.m. local time. Once upon a time I used to wonder why things would be scheduled at an off minute such as this, but no longer do I wonder that. It's gematria, you see. There's another form of gematria where you do not use syllables. So a word like NASA, you get rid of the A's, it becomes NS. N is the 14th letter, S is the 19th. It's 33. The reason I don't do this is because if I started using all the forms of gematria, the people who criticize and say that I just make up the numbers, I still wouldn't be making up the numbers, but I'd be creating more possibilities for the numbers. That said, it doesn't mean that they don't code this way. Here's another good example of this, and it's actually something that got me to first look at gematria. When I saw the Sandy Hook school shooting and the person accused of doing it, it seemed so unbelievable. I started to wonder, well, if this is a fake person and a fake story, how did they make up this name Adam Lanza? And check this out, Truth Seeker, the name Lanza. L is the 12th letter, A is the 1st, N is the 14th, Z is the 26th, A is the 1st. If you get rid of the A's, you're left with 12, 14, and 26. The date of that shooting was December 14th, 1214, and there were 26 victims. And everything about Sandy Hook is coded with the number 26, just so much. The location was Newtown. In Pythagorean gematria, Newtown looks exactly like this. Except for I forgot a W here. So we get one more 5. It sums to 33, and if you notice, every single number is 5 except for the 2 and 6, like the number of victims on that day. And again, this 33 number is coded into all the television hoaxes, which the space program is a major part of. All of this stuff is made for TV. This could not have been done to us as a nation of now more than 300 million without the television, and before that the radio. But the television let us take it to a new level. Hearing the words and seeing the images obviously has a major psychological impact on the trickery it does that on the minds of the masses. The National Aeronautics and Space Act was passed July 29th, 1958. That means we're in the 57th year, nearly, of the hoax. It's bad, Truth Seeker. It's bad. We have to make it stop. All right. Until next time.